our guard up. It's still out there. The rules have not changed right now. We still have the same concerns as we did, in August as we do now in October.
Well, the college football season has no doubt been an interesting one. Baylor has had to postpone the third game of the season against Oklahoma State. Positive COVID-19 cases among college football teams, including Baylor, have led several changes for the Bears since the start of the season. Tonight, 25 Sports reporter Abby Loring takes a look at what Baylor is doing to control the spread of the virus.
Last Thursday, Baylor Athletics suspended all football-related activities to allow time to evaluate the recent increase in positive COVID-19 tests. 3 days later came the announcement that Baylor would be postponing their upcoming game with Oklahoma State. After the team arrived back home after a long battle resulting in an overtime loss to West Virginia, Baylor Athletics suddenly announced they would be suspending all football-related activities.
As we started to see this happen during that week and leading into this week, was that we needed to respond and make a decision sooner rather than later, out of the utmost concern and precaution for the team.
On Sunday night, Baylor then made the announcement that the game with Oklahoma State would have to be postponed due to a significant number of positive COVID-19 cases, which caused a position group to fall below the Big 12 minimum threshold for available players.
Currently in the process of defining basketball, but the fall sports have been defined. Football is 53 total available student athletes. Of those, 7 need to be an offensive lineman, 4 need to be a defensive lineman, and 1 quarterback.
Baylor Athletics released their updated numbers on Monday, stating that for all sports, there were a total of 32 active cases. Out of those, 28 were football players, along with an additional 14 football staff members.
We're kind of in that response phase now that we've identified that there's a concern. And so we've isolated those that are positive, identified those that are close contacts, and moved them into isolation, quarantine. We're continuing to test daily at this point. With football to ensure that we are continuing to identify if there are any additional concerns.
The quarantine period lasts 14 days for both faculty and student athletes who have tested positive and who are in contact tracing.
Thankfully, those numbers have drastically decreased. And so that gives us a lot of, encouragement as we move forward.
Practice is suspended through October 17th, but as of right now, the Baylor Bears are still looking forward to playing their game with Texas in Austin on October 24th. For now in Waco, I'm Abby Loring, 25 News.
Abby, thank